Hey there, friends, and happy Elle Studio Reveal Day. Today I am working with the new December 2022 kit along with some of the add-ons that I know are going to look spectacular with it. I am actually still working on my 2020 Document December album, which is totally fine because you got to do what you got to do. And I'm really excited about this spread because it has a really large photo on the left that I want to embellish. It's a photo of me taking my son to the pediatrician, and I snapped a quick shot, and I got a glimpse of myself taking that picture in the mirror, and he was looking, and I think it's just such a cool shot, and it really shows a glimpse into like daily normal life. So all I did there is adhere it to the back of the previous page, and this is another page that I created for LA Studio that I also love that has a flip out on it. So I just literally attached that there. And then I want to do something kind of cute to the top, and I'm using these brand new number die cuts. They're so cool. They're the stencil number banner die cuts. I want to back that die cut just so you can see that 4 a little better. So I'm using paper from the Twinkle paper stack. I want to keep it soft. I don't want it to be too bold. So I'm choosing this minty green with the stars. I really love this paper. So I'm just putting a little bit of adhesive from scrapbook.com right there on the back. And I'm gonna kind of get this arranged the way I like it. I really like this colorful tag, but sometimes you just gotta cut it up. And I can use what's left over on something else. I really love those colors, and I think it'll really set off the top of this page and kind of tie all the colors that I'm using together, which I really like to do. I'm also going to create a little banner grouping here as well with die cuts from the kit. So when I get my kit, I kind of go through and combine tags and things that I think will look great together. And I did that with this one. I pulled out all the tags that kind of were Christmassy and left the ones that were more focused on the end of the year, 2023, for a different project. So I'm getting everything adhered down here. This cute little minty green banner is also from the kit. It's really sweet, and that love banner as well. It's perfect for this spread. And it's just a simple way to dress up your photo. It's not covering up anything that I really want to record. You can also see his weight there on the wall, and I didn't want to cover that up either. So there we go. There's my colorful little banner up there. That little area there, I'm going to add some journaling right there about his doctor's appointment. So for the right side, I want to use this exciting new large photo strip metal die. I'm using this with my We Are Memory Keepers Revolution machine and some tape from scrapbook.com. Just running it through twice. It's what I always do. I used that dark green paper from the Twinkle paper stack because I wanted it to be a bit more bold. I have 2 photos that I wanted to use from the same day. And so in this album, I'm kind of doing a spread for each day. And these photos are really special because they're my daughter reading to my son. When I look back at it, the first thing I noticed was how long her hair was. And of course, this was during the pandemic, and so we weren't getting our hair cut. And that's one thing I love about memory keeping is that, you get these like visceral kind of feelings when you look at photos, like, oh my gosh, like, that really happened. And just seeing my daughter reading a story to my son, both of them in their PJs getting ready for bed, and he's actually like listening and paying attention. I just love it. And this photo strip die is so versatile. You can use it to, put photos in it. You could put pattern paper, and you're going to see me do that in a second. So I'm going to put one photo at the top, one photo at the bottom, and there the opening is about 2¼ square. And you can see me unbox all of the new products in my unboxing video this month. So when you're done watching this, head over there to check out all of the other products. This fa la la, I cut it a bit too small. I should have left some room. So I'm just going to adhere all of this down to a piece of white cardstock, and then slide that fa la la in there. It's a little bit silly of me, but so if you're cutting something to back this, you want to cut it a little bit bigger, like 2.5 by 2.5, so you have some space to adhere. But this is the fix if you if you make that same mistake like me. Just adhere it to some cardstock. It actually makes it a bit better to flip on its own as well, because this is going to be its own separate page. And I'm going to use another exciting die that I love here at Elle Studio, which is the Attacher Metal die. That's this guy here. And this is specifically sized for these life crafted albums. It makes it super easy for you to just create a little attacher to drop something right in your album. Even if it's just one journaling tag, you can just, pop that right in. So I'm going to cut this 2 times because I want it on both sides of the binder. And I'm using that minty green again just to bring that color over to the right. I'm actually going to cut this 4 times because I want it to be finished on the front and the back as well. And you can see there that I don't have enough room, but it doesn't really matter if there's a little bit of the white grid on one of them. It's not a big deal to me at all. There we go. So all I need to do is kind of pop these in between the layers that I created there with that white cardstock to make a really finished look. The other thing that you could do is sew them on, which would be really cool too, and add a little bit of extra texture. But in this case, I'm just going to open it up, and I also want to kind of place it in my album to make sure that I'm putting it exactly where I want it. So I'm going to put it right on my rings, then open up my layers, and then slip it on, and then push everything down. So that's the great way to do it, just to get everything aligned. I'm going to do the same thing with the second one. Kind of put that on the ring, get the adhesive on there, open this layer up, get it on the ring, and then make sure that everything is lined up and straight, because we don't want any crooked flip-flaps here. And I got mine a little bit crooked, so I'm just kind of adjusting. I love that adhesive is, it allows you to adjust for a few minutes. So the other thing I want to do is cut up this journaling tag from the kit. I really like this one because it has these cute little labels with the icons on them. And I love the house. And so I wanted to use that house here on my Fa La La paper to create a little embellishment grouping. And because this is in my December album, my document December album, I'm not going crazy here. Things are simple. There's simple layers. There's not too much bulk. So I'm using the Christmas Tabs Volume 2 stamp. And I love this stamp. It's just, so many of our design team members used it this month because it just has the best phrases on it. And I stamped Simple Joys 2 times without re-inking. So you have a little bit of a shadow there. And I'm just going to adhere this down to the Fa La La. Really simple. Simple joys. And then I want to grab one of our new December labels because these are colorful and fabulous, and they have all of the colors in the Document December kit and this month's kit. So it's kind of a no-brainer. And I had to open up my phone to check the date. So I'm using the December grid stamp, and I love this stamp because it has a lot of different fonts of numbers. So I'm using that like kind of classic 8 font to add in the date there. So just 2 labels, you guys, easy peasy. And then this is a paper from the Twinkle paper stack, and I love it because, again, it's just like an entire page of labels. And I'm cutting out Remember This. I'm going to lay it underneath my little journaling spot there. You can barely see it because it kind of blends into the photo. It just adds a little bit of words there. And then the silver Heart and Star cardstock stickers. These are great for your December albums because there's no bulk. You don't have to worry about, having too much thickness, and you have a little bit of shine and sparkle. So I love those. Really simple. Simple does it when it comes to December spreads, you guys, and I really love the way this one turned out. The last thing I'm going to do is use the back side of the spread to give me some extra room for journaling, because this is kind of important this day, this doctor's appointment. And so I use that all the details tag to add a bit of contrast down to the bottom, set the journaling, that long journaling tag up on the back there, and then there's a grid above, which is perfect for adding my journaling. And I'm going to print out my journaling and just get that in there before I add any extra embellishment. I'm going to use the rest of this little strip here so I can tie the front and the back together. And actually, you actually see that strip on the other page when you flip this over, since it's a little bit smaller. I'm going to use this green label from the kit and get these colors down here at the bottom just to add a little touch of color to this all the details tag. And then that circular die cut is going to go right over the top. Again, using that December grid stamp and a different 8 this time, the outline and the solid, and I'm doing that in red and pink. So I have a little bit of a shadowing effect, kind of offsetting it a little bit. There we go, putting that 8 there, and a couple of those silver stars again. Nothing too fancy here. This page is all about the words, right? And sometimes you have to make pages like that. So nothing fancy. I really love how it turned out though, and another page is done in my album. I think that these products are so pretty this month, especially those die cut numbers. And I love how I made this also a page not only about, you know, December, but about an important part of my son growing up and the time with his sister. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed my Elle Studio process videos. I just want to let you know that this will be my final month here at Elle Studio. And I have really enjoyed bringing you all inspiration. And what comes with that is the community of creatives that I feel like I have behind my back. And I really, really appreciate every single one of you, every comment, every like, and every click of my affiliate link. So thank you so much. Be sure to check out the links in this video notes if you want to shop the products I used today. Happy creating!